Hello, everyone, and welcome to Smart Moms Travel New Hire Orientation. My name is Donna Jomp, and I am the New Hire Liaison, and I am here to guide you through your training, through certification, and your first booking. Not long ago, I was sitting in the same place that you were. I came into this agency, and I truly believe that God placed me here for a very special reason. I started this position because I wanted a side gig that would help supplement my income when I got ready to retire in a few years. But God definitely had other plans for me, and my business took off way faster than I ever imagined. And so I'm not quite sure what your why is. Maybe it's you want a side gig too, or maybe you have littles at home and you are hoping to be able to stay home with them, but also contribute to your family's income. Or maybe you just love Disney a whole lot and you're trying to get there more. I totally get it. Whatever your why is, I am sure that God brought you here for a special reason. And I cannot wait to see how you grow your business. We have a lot to cover. So I'm going to share my screen and we will get started. All right. So here we go. So our agenda for this evening is to cover all the topics that you are probably going to see in Teachable. I'm going to skim over them and just give you a brief overview of them. And then when you get into Teachable, you'll be able to dig in deeper and get all the information about these specific topics. And hopefully some of the things that I say this evening will help to put those pieces together for you as you go through the Teachable certification course. So we're going to talk about the types of agents. We're going to talk about all the agent support that's in place for you so that you can be successful. We're going to take a tour of DTA, which is the Disney Travel Agent site. We're going to take a tour of Teachable, which I hope that you have already been in and kind of looked around. We're going to do a very brief walkthrough of how a booking is from start to finish. I'm going to give you the pros and cons between paid and unpaid HubSpot. And then all the ways you can find help when you need help. And then very last, we're going to talk about the important things that you need to make sure that you get set up right away so that you can be successful and move through training at a good pace. So the 4 types of agents. The first is our lead agents. These agents have been with LJ from the beginning. They get leads from LJ's funnels. A lot of these have groups of their own, Facebook groups of their own or other markets, and they also work in the big group, the Smart Moms Plan Disney. The second kind of agent is our group agents. They mostly work in the big group, although they all probably have their own markets as well. In the big group, they approve posts, they answer questions, and they get leads from the big group as well. The third type of agent is the market agent. This is the kind of agent that you are. You are responsible for building your own market and getting your own leads. This means you could get your leads from either Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. You can also run Facebook ads, and the agency helps you do that to get contacts to work so that those contacts become leads. And the last type of agent is a recreational agent. We have some who just want to come on and book a few trips. They don't want to go through the training, which is pretty intensive, which is about 20 to 50 hours. Maybe you just want to book enough trips to get your CLIA card. So we want you here and we want you to do what you can. So the next piece we're going to talk about is the support that we have for you here in the agency. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the level liaisons, and that's where you are with me. I'm the new hire liaison, and so I help you get through certification and your first booking and all of your training. Once you are certified and have your first booking, then we move you on to the new agent level, which is with Jillian. And Jillian helps you to figure out what market is best for you, and then she helps you on how to build that market. You will stay with Jillian until you have $50,000 in bookings on your monthly report. So once you have that, then you will move on to Casey, who is with the Backbone agents. Most of our agents are in the Backbone agent level. And so Casey will teach you how to build your business even bigger. So she will teach you ways to be more efficient and save time, and then ways to work your leads and all that to make your business so much more successful. And then if you so choose and you would like to be in leadership in the agency, you can move to Brooke. And then Brooke is the one who trains all of our team leaders and mentors. We also have monthly trainings for you to go to. We have special new hire trainings that are done by me. You'll have sales training with Sophie. We have the State of the Union, which LJ tells us, gives us some training there. There's training from Casey, and then there's also training on other items that you can pay for, like HubSpot for Dummies. If you think that you need more help with HubSpot, you can apply to be in that course. The next thing that I suggest for all new hires is to join our Training Wheels mentor program. So once you're certified, you will have the opportunity to sign up for the Training Wheels program, and you'll be assigned a mentor. That mentor will work with you until you have 5 bookings. It's a great way to work one-on-one with somebody and get all your questions answered after you are certified and you're trying to book clients. The next piece of support we have is once you are an established agent, you can join a team, and then you will have a team leader who is kind of like your mentor that you can have one-on-ones and learn different ways to build your business. And then the other way that we have support for you is through one-on-ones. So you can always book a one-on-one with me as your new hire liaison. And as you move up through the levels, you can book one-on-ones with those liaisons as well. You'll have your mentor after you're certified if you choose to go that route. And then if you're on a team, you can always have one-on-ones with your team leader. So we have lots of support to help you grow your business and support you as you learn how to navigate the travel agent world. All right, so let's take a quick tour of DTA. If you have done any booking of trips for family and friends or for yourself, this is gonna look very, very familiar to you, like the Walt Disney World website. So I'm gonna just go ahead and click over to here. So this is DTA, Disney's Travel Agents. So if you look right here, you can see that this bar looks very, very similar to the one that you see on the Walt Disney World website, where you would put your check-in date, your checkout date, adults, children, and then your hotels and all that. If you want to book something other than a Disney World resort, you would use this drop-down menu over here, which covers the Good Neighbors at the Good Neighbor resorts at Walt Disney World. There's the Disneyland Resort. Here's the Disneyland Good Neighbors. Here's the Disney Cruise Line and Alani. And then both of the properties, Hilton Head and Vero Beach, are right here. And then if you're looking for tickets only, that's where you would find them right down here. Here's the Walt Disney World ticket only and Disneyland ticket only. This is where you would also find tickets for the special events like the Halloween party or the Christmas party. So that's where you would find and book all of those things. Right here, if you were to click on any of this, this will take you to the reservations that you've already made. Over here, where it says training and benefits, this is where you can, if you come down here, you can book a travel agent rate, but you must have your CLIA card. And in order to get your CLIA, you have to have $1,000 in paid commissions to you. Plus, in order to book a Disney resort, you have to go through the Disney's College of Knowledge. So if you clicked on this, this will take you to the Disney College of Knowledge. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. And then you have to go through these quizzes. We have the answers to these quizzes in Teachable. So if you get stuck and you need to find out or figure out one of the answers, we have those, because if you do not pass one of the quizzes, it kicks you back and you have to watch those videos again. So we kind of help provide that, because some of these questions are a little bit tricky. The thing with DTA that I want to make sure that you know is that when you log in to DTA with your Smart Moms email, it is going to tell you that they have to authorize that you're one of our agents. So what happens is they send some kind of message to Smart Moms. Smart Moms authorizes that you're an agent. It goes back to Disney and then it lets you in. So I'm suggesting that if you have not already, go ahead and log into DTA, because that takes some time for that to happen. Could take a week or so. So I know you're going to want to get started on the College of Knowledge. So go ahead and get that process started so that you can go ahead and get in there. Okay. So we've done DTA, we've done the College of Knowledge. So now let's go ahead and take a tour of Teachable. Let's see if we can get in there. All right. So when you get into Teachable, it is set up to where you go from the top to the bottom. The first thing we have here is the Travel Agent Certification Roadmap. I suggest that you go ahead and print out this PDF. I like to use it as a checklist, and I also like to use it as a place to take notes to let me know where important things are in Teachable. Teachable is not searchable, so that's why I like to use this document to notate where are things that I know that I'm going to have to return to, where are things that I know that I have questions, and where are things that I know that I'm going to use all the time, so I need to be able to find them quickly. I would suggest that you go ahead and you print this out and make yourself a training manual binder, and where you can keep all of your notes, all of the things that you need and questions that you have so that you can ask. And I'll be sending out PDFs of different things along the way, and you can keep adding to this binder and building this training manual. So this is where you start. The next piece is where you probably are right now, setting up your email, setting up DTA, setting up your HubSpot, and setting up your bank account. I am suggesting that you go ahead and first thing you need to do is get your email set up, because in order to get into HubSpot, HubSpot is going to send you an invitation to your Smart Moms email. So you want to be able to get into your Smart Moms email, which has to be connected to a Gmail once you follow the directions. The banking details is not something that needs to happen right away, but I do suggest going ahead and getting that set up, because if the bookings start coming in, you want to be ready to get paid. So go ahead and get that set up as well. The next piece is the travel agent connections, the agent roles and expectations. We've kind of covered the agent roles. And then here again is the Disney College of Knowledge and Universal Partner Community Training. This is for Universal. So here is the Disney College of Knowledge. And then right here is where those answers to the quizzes are. So if you were looking for that. As for Universal, here's going to be my suggestion. So your certification exam is based upon Disney. So I am thinking that you just need to go ahead and get set up with DTA, worry about getting through certification. Once you finish getting through certification, I would come back and go ahead and do your Universal training and get into VAX. So I would concentrate right now in this little time that we have before certification just on Disney. And then once you're certified, come back and hit that Universal stuff. This next piece is the sales process training. This is probably the foundation of what we do and why we are so successful. So we have Sophie, who does all of our sales training. She does a live new hire sales process training that you will need to attend. Once you attend that training, you will get what we have, what she calls the playbook and the text replacements. So Sophie walks you through the sales process and tells you exactly how to answer some of the things that your clients are going to say. She gives you the verbiage in the playbook. It is fabulous training. You need to attend it. It's part of your certification exam. So you definitely want to make time to get to sales training. Also in the sales training, you're going to learn different things like how to manage your time. This number 3 right here is building your market. I will tell you that this is just a brief overview of the types of markets that you can use to build your business. That is just one, like I said, just an overview, and you will get more information and work on that more when you are certified and you move on to Jillian. She will go more in depth about those markets. So I wouldn't worry too much about those. It's just there to put a little seed in your brain to start thinking about what market you think would fit you best. Then we talk about working our lead. We have what we call an intro sequence. It's already set up. It's a set of emails and tasks that tell you exactly what to do and what to send to your clients. We'll cover that in a little bit. The pitch, we have a Trello board. It's Trello, if you don't know, is a platform that is like an organizational tool. So in this Trello, it kind of gives you all the reasons why to pick certain resorts. It's a great resource, especially if you are unsure or have never stayed at one of those resorts before. Then we talk about the quote. We use Loom to quote. It's a screen recordings program. So when you do your quotes, it'll be something similar to like what I'm doing right here, where I'm showing you my screen and then you can see my face and I'm talking you through the quote. We'll cover that in a little bit more too. Sophie goes over all about handling objections, ghosted emails, all that stuff. Then when you book your client, we have a special link to send them to get their payment information. We really don't want them sending their payment information through email or through text message or over the phone. It's really best if they go ahead and use this secure link. And this link then takes their payment information and puts it into HubSpot, which is our program that we use for all of our recording our bookings and keeping our clients, all of our marketing emails. It's our platform that we use throughout the agency. Then what to do after the booking. We have an after booking sequence that you will turn on, or you'll fill out the landing page, and then that automatically sends them a number of emails that helps them to plan their trip from start to finish after booking, such as how to make their park reservations, how to use Genie Plus, how to get their magic bands. And then it alerts them to the fact that their dining reservations are coming up and what to send you so that you can get those dining reservations made for them at their 60-day mark. And then this piece in the sales process is just planning a Disney trip for yourself, a business trip. It walks you through all the ways for you to do that. All right, so then the next piece is all about HubSpot. And this is where we keep all things booking in there. All our bookings are kept in there, all of our marketing emails, all of you can pull reports from here. This is kind of like command central of Smart Moms Travel. So everything goes into HubSpot. So this is really extensive training that I'm going to suggest that you really take your time through here and get a really, really good grip on what this is so that you truly understand what this program can do. And then at the very end, you'll be asked to do your certification exam, which is going to require you to answer some questions about the sales process. It's going to require you to do a sample booking and to actually put it into HubSpot. So everything here in training is going to be culminated into this certification exam. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the process of how a booking works from start to finish. I'm going to do this very briefly because you are going to get training on all of these pieces, but I'm going to just kind of give you an overview so you know how it works from start to finish. So first, we have all these people that want to go to Disney, and we're hoping that they're either going to join one of our groups or they're going to get one of our Facebook ads or something, and we're finally going to get an email from them. So that's our goal. They're either going to join our group and we're going to get an email, or somehow we're going to get that email from them and then from there, we can market them with market emails. And we have a monthly newsletter that you'll be able to clone and send out every month to your contacts. Once we begin the marketing process, we are hoping that they are going to fill out our landing page. You will get a landing page link when you get certified. That landing page link gets sent to your potential client when they fill it out. Then that information comes back to you and it automatically starts what we call the intro sequence. The intro sequence is going to send out a series of 5 emails and then 5 tasks for you to do. So the first email will go out asking for more information, getting more, it automatically fills in the information that they have filled out on the form, on your form that they have filled out. Once they respond, then that's when you jump in. If the first email goes out and they haven't responded, you might get a task that will say, text your client this, and it gives you the exact words that you will text your client. Or call your client. It'll give you all the tasks that you need to do so that you're not spending so much time on someone who's not responding. That's what the idea is. That's why we're so successful, is because of our automation. So they fill out something, we send them all these emails. If they never respond, then we're not wasting time on somebody who just really filled out a form to get a freebie, or they filled out a form, but they're really not serious about going to Disney. So we want the people who respond, then that's when we start really working with them and getting them to Disney. Once they respond, then that's when you jump into action. And all of that is what you will learn when you go to sales training with Sophie. She will walk you through our sales process pipeline and how that all works. The sales process pipeline will prompt you at every step of the way. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of what that sales process pipeline looks like right here. So here's what it looks like. So if I'm in the pipeline and I filled out the form, it's time for you to connect with me. When you go into this deal, it will tell you exactly what to do. Once you do that, you change the stage and I will move down this pipeline. So you call, you qualify, confirm the budget fence, the date fence, what resort, I'm finally going to quote. And then finally, when you get down here, you're going to close it. Every single piece of that sales process, Sophie is going to go over with you. You're going to get a playbook that's going to walk you through exactly what to say where and how. And then it's going to teach you how to close it so that then you can move them to Booked with Smart Moms. So that's just a brief overview, but it's so important that you go to Sophie's sales training so that you learn this whole process of how it works. And she is going to give you all the resources that you need so that you can be successful with getting clients booked. Once you get them through the sales process up to the quoting stage, then that's when you're going to quote. And we use DTA and the compare function in DTA to compare what we quote them just the basics of their package, and then possibly if they add the hopper, and then we might quote them again if they add the memory maker or some other add-on that we can do, the dining plan or whatnot. And then we use Loom, which looks kind of like what you're seeing here. And we say, here's what we have. We have your package with 1 park per day tickets. This is what your package would be if you add a hopper, the hopper tickets to it. And this would be the price if you added the hopper ticket and dining and the memory maker, but dining's not available yet. Someday it will come back. But that's how we present it to them. We present all the pieces to them, and then they get to make their choice. So it's not like we're pushing something on them. So that's how we do the quote. When you go through sales training with Sophie, she will even show you a sample Loom that she did for a client. Then once you do the quote and they've decided this is where they want to stay, they're ready to go to Disney, now it's time to book them. So now is when you send them the payment link and they make their deposit. So I showed you where to find those payment links, but it is in Teachable and you can go back to review that. Once we have them completely booked, then we need to get the after booking sequence started. So you will go to, and I'm going to show it to you right in here. So right up here in the sales process, where it says what to do after the booking, we have, these are all the things that are in the booking sequence. It gives them their confirmation. There's 6 ADRs, emails, advanced dining reservation emails. There's a thank you for your business from LJ. There's the know before you go, the park passes, online check-in, payment reminders, parking. Magical Express is not part of it anymore, but it might have mirrors. There's a packing list. All of these things are in the after booking sequence, and your client feels like you are covering it all, and these emails are going automatically out from you. All you have to do is go to where it says to right here, the landing page. I have bookmarked the landing page on my bookmark bar so that after I book somebody, I go directly to that after booking page, landing page, and I can go ahead and fill this in for my client. So you go down and you fill in all of these fields. And then once you fill in all of the fields, the after booking sequence will take it from there. So, and then your client is fully serviced, and then you just have to respond to them when they email you. All right, so all of this takes place in HubSpot. So when you, that's where this deal board was, this is in HubSpot. And then when you put all of their information in, you do the after booking sequence landing page, that's all in HubSpot. All of that is part of, is included in what you have for paid HubSpot. We call that, I'm sorry, not paid HubSpot, we call that free HubSpot. All of that is included in free HubSpot. So we also have what we call paid HubSpot. The difference between paid HubSpot and free HubSpot is this. So with paid HubSpot, you have access to a lot of pre-made templates that you can clone and use as emails when people ask you questions. They pre-fill with their names and all of their information with just a click of a button. And you can also do it on your HubSpot app on your phone. So I'm going to suggest that when you sign into HubSpot for the first time, go ahead and get that HubSpot app as well, because you can do a lot in the HubSpot app. So the templates are going to save you a ton of time, because you just have to go in, hit the email button, pick the template you want, hit send, and off it goes. Without paid HubSpot, you will be doing a whole lot of cutting and pasting to send those emails. So paid HubSpot is going to save you a ton of time and free up time for you to work with other clients. The other thing that Paid HubSpot gives you is you can build your own sequences. And then the other piece that I like about Paid HubSpot is the snippets. So I get asked a lot of the same questions, and you will too. I work with military clients all the time, and their question is, how do I get the military rate for Memory Maker? So I have a snippet in HubSpot that says, you can get a military rate for Memory Maker at any guest services in any of the parks or at Disney Springs, and the military rate is $99. So I just already have that written. I just hit snippet and it goes right into my email. So Paid HubSpot is going to save you a ton of time. It is $100 per month unless you have 3 paid commissions a month, then it is free for you. So you have to think of it this way. How much time will it save you to work with other clients and to build more and have more business than sitting and typing and cutting and pasting all of your emails? I can tell you from experience that it was close to a year before I decided to finally get Paid HubSpot, because I didn't think at the time that I had enough business to warrant Paid HubSpot. Looking back over that short amount of time, I only had 1 month that I didn't have 3 paid commissions. So I should have gone ahead and got Paid HubSpot from the start. So my recommendation is, as you get going, and then once you start booking people, I would definitely start looking into getting Paid HubSpot. It was a game changer for my business, and I know it will be a game changer for yours. All right, the next topic is what to do when you need help. There is a ton of information in the training. And so when you leave training after you've been certified and you move on, there's going to be a ton of information on the other side of things that you don't know. So this is how we want you to try to find help for the things that you don't know. The first thing is to always go back to Teachable and see if it's in there. Once you are finished with certification, you will still have access to everything that you have been using in Teachable. The next thing is to Google it. I Google everything, and a lot of times you can find the answer you're looking for by just Googling it. Once you have done both of those things, then you can ask your question possibly in the Smart Moms Travel Agent training group, or you can search that group and see if that question's already been asked. Also, you can ask in the Agents Helping Agents in Slack. I will tell you that in the beginning, when people would ask questions, I was taking notes. So if I was just sitting on the couch and I was scrolling through and seeing the questions that people were asking, I had a notebook close by to write down the things that people were telling them. So because I knew that I probably would have that same question later on, and I would forget the answer if I didn't write it down. The next thing is to try to attend as many trainings as you can, because those trainings will answer a lot of those questions. And especially if you come to my trainings office hours, we always have a little bit of time at the end of the training for questions and answers. The other thing I always suggest is to get a mentor and join the Training Wheels program. Nothing is better than to have somebody right there with you for the first 5 bookings to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. And then you can ask your level liaisons, but we are asking that you fill out the needs help form so that we can keep track of all the questions that come in. So the needs help form is also in Teachable, but it looks like this. I'm going to walk you through that needs help form right now. Let's see if it will open. Here we go. All right, so when it opens, it is going to ask you to figure out which category is your question. So the top one is for stuff like payroll, HubSpot, like just operations kind of things. The middle is like sales and marketing. Like, do you have any questions about the sales process? Are you running Facebook ads and you have some questions about that? Those kinds of questions. The bottom is the agent relations, and this is where you're going to find your level liaisons to ask questions. So you would click C if you want to ask me a question. And let me remind you, you are in the new hire level. You move to new agent once you are certified. So you would click new hire and then submit. And it will send you to this type form where you'll click there, and then it will ask you 4 questions, and then you send it off, and then I get it. And then hopefully I batch them and I try to answer as many as I can in one night. So it's asking for your name, for your email, what do you need help with? And then if you are having trouble and you want to send me a screenshot, or if you have a link that you want to send me to look at, you can send me that. Or a Loom. Some people make me a Loom and then they send me a link and I'm able to kind of answer their question there. All right. So that's the needs help form. So, all right, moving down to important things that you need to get set up. I kind of already covered this at the beginning, but I'm just going to reiterate. So hopefully you're in Slack and Voxer. In Slack, you want to make sure that you're in the new hire channel. If you are not, please send me a message to add you to the new hire channel. Voxer is the place where LJ typically sends us voice messages and her broadcasts. So make sure you're set up in Voxer. Make sure that your Smart Moms email is set up right away as soon as you can. Make sure that you're in Teachable, because that's where your certification training is. You need to make sure that your Smart Moms email is set up before you try to get into HubSpot, because HubSpot is going to send you the invitation to your Smart Moms email. I shared with you why you need to go ahead and get into DTA and get that rolling, because that takes a little bit of time. And I know that you're not thinking that you're going to get paid anytime soon, but I would go ahead and get that business account set up, because it's going to happen faster than you think. So I think that's it. I hope that we covered everything, and I know this is a ton of information, but I think that this is an exciting journey that you're getting ready to embark on. And even though this is a lot of information and training is going to be a lot, it's going to be worth it in the end, because any dream that you have is worth pursuing. So I love these lyrics from You Are the Magic from Disney's Enchantment. It says, if you believe that you can, that it's possible tomorrow, let your heart guide the way and all your dreams will follow. We are so excited that you are here, and I cannot wait to meet you all in training, and I'll be in touch soon. Have a good night.